Hello, hello. So I titled this Don't Explain Yourself to Unproductive Parasites. Some time ago last year, I made an audio about they don't have a say. And at that time, I was talking about a lot of black men who always wanted to critique black women, talk about what black women are doing wrong, as far as hair, as far as whatever her attitude, whatever it is, or they would like to get on the black women's channels and critique their content, their commentary, all whilst not really saying anything under the other men's channels who are bashing black women. Okay, and so I said they don't deserve a say back then because they have been unproductive collectively. And I'm talking about the men. I'm talking about women as well, but back then I was talking about, the men. They have been unproductive. They have done nothing but sat around and complain about black women's hair and black women's makeup and black women's attitude and black women's facial hairs and black women's nose hairs and black women's pubic hairs and black women's periods and black women's baby hairs, everything. Okay. And so I said that they don't have a say because they don't deserve to speak. They can say whatever they want, but they won't have my attention because they haven't built anything for anybody. The only thing they've done is sat back and complained. So they're a waste of space here on the planet. And they come on these channels, or they get on these videos just to distract. They bring nothing to the table. So I said to answer them, it's like responding to a parasite that always want to answer, but they're not going to do anything. Once you give them the answer, they just want to argue. People are pretty much aware of that right now, but last year and the year before, black women are still trying to explain themselves to these guys. But I see some black women doing that less and less this year. Whenever they would comment under my videos with some silly stuff, criticizing whatever I say, I would delete their comments. And sometimes I see them sneaking arguing with the other ladies because I can't see if they responded to the other ladies in the comment section. I won't get an alert for that. But every now and then I go back and read my comment section. I go back to my old videos and I see where these guys have snuck and argued with some of the ladies back and forth. And so I would delete what they have to say. And unfortunately, when the ladies want to argue with them, their comments will be deleted right along with the guys, because I don't want what they have to say to stay on my channel. There's been one or two, black men that, were decent, weren't disrespectful. So I'll just allow the comment to stay. They make a little individual comment. They not really bothering the women. So I might let it stay. But other than that, anybody who want to critique anything I say and want to critique what the women had to say and argue back and forth, I just delete their comments. And if the women wanted to argue with them, their comments go right along with the guys' comments, because they just don't have a space. They don't deserve a say. Now I want to get to, that was my video back then. That's what I was talking about. But now I want to talk about how black women, the parasites who are black women and black men, who just want to hold you back, who want to tell you who you're supposed to date, tell you that you're supposed to have children. I'm going to make a separate video about that too. They want you to have all these kids for the revolution that they want to call it. Just delusional. But they want to have all these kids for this revolution, but they seem to hate black women with children. I notice sometimes I like to look at these vlogs when these black women have all these children, especially sometimes I've looked at Strong Mommy Chrissy. She has 8 children. I think she's married, but she has 8 children. But you know what? She is doing pretty well for herself, with those 8 children. She keeps herself up nicely, and she just looks to be doing financially well. Doing better than a lot of women that don't have children. But anyway, so that's why I like to look at women who seem to do well. So sometimes I like to watch her. But what I notice is that black people hate black women with children. especially when the black woman has more than two children. For some reason, the black people seem to hate. They hate single mothers, but they really seem to hate black women that have maybe more than two children. They really, really hate it. Even if she's doing well with her life, because like I said, a couple of these ladies I've seen on YouTube are doing better than black women who don't have kids at all. Okay, but that could be because they're living for other people too. They're living for other lives, and so they have to do what they have to do and hustle because they have other little ones depending on them. Unlike some black women who might be single, that because they don't have anybody who really depend on them, they might have more of a mediocre life. Okay, so I'm just thinking of that. But yeah. When I say that to say that these black people tell you to have all these children for the revolution and they want all this brown skin, but they seem to hate black women the most who might have more than two children. I say it to say that they make no sense. They don't deserve anybody's attention, especially anybody who's trying to progress, anybody who's trying to move into higher frequencies. They don't deserve an explanation. They don't deserve your attention. They don't deserve to know why you want to date somebody of another race, if that's what you choose to do. Some of us don't want to date, and that should be fine too. Okay, everybody don't want to date, but I'm just saying, for those who do it, for those who decide to expand their options, these people don't deserve an explanation because they constantly sit here and don't make any videos. And I'm talking about these parasites that always want to act like they pro black and pro this and pro that. They not pro nothing. They pro losing. That's what they are. They are pro losing. Okay, and I don't, these videos are not out of bitterness. So when I call them pro losing, I don't say that out of any disdain for them. I just simply think that they don't deserve my attention. I'm making this audio right now to just kind of give a little message to people who might still feel like they need to explain themselves to these parasites simply because they're black people. And I do mean black. They fit the description. Okay. So that's what this is for. But I pay them dust. I really do. When I see them when they upload videos and I see these titles, I go straight past it. I really pay these people dust. Okay, they are undeserving because they have yet to address the amount of the high crime rates that's happening. Why aren't they addressing the out of control HIV/AIDS rates? Why aren't they even trying to address poor education and children drinking lead? They have yet to address the real issues that go on amongst black people and black children, but they are so concerned about somebody swirling. I just really pay them dust because I think they make no sense and they don't deserve any attention from anybody who wants to progress in life, who's moving to high frequencies, who's working on themselves. These people don't deserve an explanation. They are parasites. Okay. And so I don't want to go on too long with this. I don't have much else to say. But yeah, arguing with these folks back and forth and trying to explain why you want a better life is none of their business. Unless you can find their names on one of your bills, unless you see their name on your mortgage, unless they're paying your car note, if you can't find their names on any one of your bills, okay, then they don't deserve your attention. They need to be worried about what's going on with these black children now instead of worrying about bringing more black children in. But they're not going to think about that because they are upside down, twisted, and backwards. They will not think about that because they thrive on negativity and trying to come up with solutions for little black children drinking lead and for all of the crime. And for all this, that's too positive. See, coming up with solutions. See, these are very negative people. And the reason why they won't focus on things that really need to be addressed amongst the black collective with the children and the women and everything else, they won't come up with solutions for that because that's too positive. That's too positive. That's too much of a higher frequency for them. They thrive on negativity. They just like this media that put out this fear content in the news. Because they're the same way, except the people who control the media, who run the media, they're a different type of class, but they're parasites too. They're the same. They're just in a different class. They just have money, but they're parasites all just the same. And these black people are the same. They thrive on negativity. They just like the media who puts all this fear-based content to because they feed their little overlords. They feed their lords with all this fear. Okay, it's the same thing with these black people who always want to hop on other black women who want to live their life and want to, but they don't care nothing about these children who continue to die left and right. But they want to hop on black women who want a better life. Why? It's because they're no different than the media who put out fear content. These people thrive on negativity. They want to hurt you, and that's what feeds them. That's what feeds these little demons that's in them. Okay, so they can't be positive. They can't come up with a solution because they don't have the capacity to do it. It's not in them. They are too much filled with dense energy. They are stuck in the third dimension. They will not rise, and they want to keep getting on other people's nerves and trying to pick on other black women who want to progress because they want to pull black women down to those low frequencies in the third dimension. They want to pull black women down to those very dense energies in the third dimension. And I'm talking about the black women who want to progress because I realize there are other black women who just ain't going nowhere. Okay. But anyway, with that said, I'll talk to you guys soon.